The following is transcribed.
Welcome to Condensed Bat-Supe. Now with 66% fewer superheroes than our regular podcast, which makes Condensed Bat-Supe even less nutritious, but still just as delicious. We're featuring episodes of the adventures of Superman without the caped crusaders. Tie on your capes for lots of treading water, plenty of marine rescue, and fictional product placement galore! In this edition of Condensed Bat-Supe, it's water everywhere and no time to think. It's Chapter 7 of The Skin Game, as originally broadcast on April 12th, 1948.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman. Yes, it's Superman. Strange visitor from the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with amazing physical powers far beyond those of mortal men, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, wages a never-ending battle for truth and justice. Today, while Superman searches for them, young Howard Jones and Bobby Lee struggle desperately for their lives in a wide, swift-running river.
My leg, Howie. I think my leg's broken. I can't swim. Don't worry, Bobby. I'll hold you up. But how long can you manage? I don't know. The current is awful strong. Yeah. The shore is awfully far away. I could make it. If only I could swim out of the current. It's keeping us in the middle of the river. And I can't help at all. Golly, I'm getting so tired, Bobby. Some boat or something has just come along. I can't keep swimming much longer against this current. Bobby, I think we're done for.
It's spring training time, and all over the country, baseball teams are crowding the sand lots and diamonds. Players are jogging around the bases, bats crack against swiftly thrown balls. These things are part of an American springtime. About this time, most teams are brushing up on their baseball strategy, and the old hit-and-run routine comes in for plenty of practice. Here's how it goes. Bases are loaded and 2 out. Your ace pinch hitter goes up to the plate, because this is a pinch when you must have a hit. The pitch comes. It's a strike. Another pitch. Ball 1. The count goes up to 2 strikes, 3 balls. You wait now for the crucial 3-2 pitch. Then, as soon as it leaves the pitcher's hand, your men on the base take off. They don't wait for the batter to connect. If it's a hit, your runners will be on their way, headed for the next bag and home plate. Not at the crack of the bat, mind you, but as soon as the ball leaves the pitcher. That's the old hit-and-run game. With that strategy, if your pinch hitter connects, your team runs up the score. But, gang, the only way you can make the hit-and-run pay off is with smooth teamwork. Yes, each player must click with the others. That's why a good teammate is a guy who can come through in the pinch, work a hit-and-run angle, bunt or sacrifice when necessary. In other words, be a good team worker. That's what makes a top-notch player. His race, religion, or nationality, those things don't count in baseball. Those things don't make a team operate like a well-oiled machine. Ability and teamwork are the goods that make a great player, whether he's a gawky kid training on a neighborhood diamond or a home run king of the big leagues.
And now, the adventures of Superman. When Howard Jones and Bobby Lee, 2 young track stars from Unity House, found pairs of tiny wooden crutches in their lockers, they realized they were marked for injury. And worried about bringing trouble to their families and friends, they ran away. Having no money, the 2 boys caught a ride on a northbound freight train, hoping to reach the farm of Howard's uncle. But as the train swerved around a curve in the mountains, They lost their hold and plunged down a steep embankment into a wide, swift-running river. Meanwhile, learning of the boys' disappearance from cub reporter Jimmy Olsen, manager of the Unity House track team, Clark Kent, who is really Superman, questioned Howard Jones, his father. Mr. Jones said he thought his son might try to reach his uncle's farm upstate. So, again resuming his true identity of Superman, Kent streaked northward, following the railroad tracks, unaware that at this moment, the two boys are fighting for their lives in the swift current of a turbulent mountain river.
No use, Bobby. I can't swim anymore. It's because you're holding me up. Look, Howie. Let me go. Maybe you can make it to shore alone. And leave you here to drown? Nothing doing. This way, we'll both drown. Okay, then. We'll both drown. Howie, listen. What? Holy smokes, look.
It's okay, boys. Everything's under control.
It's Superman. Oh, boy.
All right, now. Up with both of you.
Oh, brother, what a break.
Hang on tightly now. Here we go. Up, and away.
Hello, Jim.
Hiya, Mr. Kent. What happened? Why'd you tell me to meet you in this hospital?
Well, first of all, Howard and Bobby are here.
Howard Jones and Bobby Lee?
That's right. Superman fished them out of a river.
What? The river? Well, gee whiz,
No. Take it easy. Take it easy. Bobby has a broken ankle, but apart from that, he's all right.
A broken ankle?
Uh-huh. Fortunately, it's no worse. And Howard is suffering from shock and exposure and a few minor cuts and bruises, but he'll be okay.
But what happened? What were they doing in a river?
Well, when they received those tiny crutches, they realized it was a warning. They thought they'd endanger you, too, if they stayed in Metropolis, so they hitched a ride on a freight and were thrown into a river.
Oh, the poor kids.
Now, don't you worry. They'll be all right.
I'm glad of that. But now we're cooked. I mean, the Unity House track team is. The playground championships are this afternoon. How can we expect to win without those two? Especially Howard.
Relax. There's a chance that Howard can run this afternoon.
There is?
Just a bare chance. But there's something more important to consider right now.
What do you mean?
Until we find out who sent those crutches to Howard and Bobby and put them behind bars where they belong, those two boys are still in danger. So are you and Coach Thorne.
Say, that's right. But how can we find out?
Well, I have an idea. Look, did you bring those little crutches and the envelopes they were delivered in?
No, I don't have them anymore.
You don't?
Uh-uh.
What happened to them? I told you to hang on to them.
The police wanted them. Sergeant Healy took them.
Oh, well, then he's the man we want to see, and fast. Come on, Jim, let's dash over to headquarters. These are the crutches, all right, Sergeant Healy. Now, let's see.
No, you're studying them, Kent. They won't tell you anything.
Oh, I'm not so sure. They're carved by hand.
That we know. But that's all we do know about them. Except that whoever sent them to young Jones and Lee is a skunk.
Oh, what about fingerprints, Sergeant?
No good, Jim. Too many people handled them. You, Kent, Coach Thorne, Jones, and Lee. Some of the other kids, too.
Oh.
Well, there's nothing on this pair.
I told you there wasn't, Kent.
May I see the other pair, please?
Here you are. But you're just wasting your time.
Well, just the same.
I still think Ralph Mason must know something about this. You know, he told us to kick Howard and Bobby off the team in the first place.
I know, but...
Maybe if you got hold of him, you could make him spill what he knows.
I talked to him a couple of times. So did his father. I'm convinced he knows nothing about this.
Uh-oh, here's something.
Huh?
What is it, Mr. Kent?
These little crutches were carved out of wood from a shipping case.
Oh, great. So how does that help us?
Well, it might help us a great deal. I can make out a couple of letters that were stamped on the case.
You can?
Yeah, where? Show me.
I don't think you can see them, Sergeant, but
Well, if
they're...
I can't, then neither can you. Look, I went over them plenty carefully, and I didn't see...
Well, you must have missed the letters because they're very faint. Whoever carved these things thought he'd remove the letters with sandpaper, but he forgot about the indentation they left in the wood.
Oh, go on, you're seeing
Wait a minute,
things.
Sergeant. First letter is Z, I think.
Z?
Uh-huh. And the next one is C or G. No, wait a minute. It's the letter O.
Z-O.
That's right. And there's nothing after the O, so I think those two letters are the end of a word, or perhaps of a name. Z-O. Zo. Something ending in Zo.
Zo.
Kent, I think you're nuts. Give me those things. I've got a strong magnifying glass right here.
Okay, Sergeant, here you are.
Bazo,
Thanks.
Bizo, Bizo,
Hey.
Bozo,
I think I can make out the letters, Kent.
Good.
Dazo, Dazo.
Boy,
Dazo.
you sure got sharp eyes.
Thanks, but What does it stand for? What word or name?
Fizzo. Hey, wait, I got it.
You got what?
Fizzo, that ends in Z-O.
But what in the
Fizzo
world
is the name of a soft drink.
What?
Their slogan is, it's Fizzo.
Yeah, that's right.
Good boy, Jim. Now we're getting someplace.
Yeah? Like where?
Well, we know, or think we know, that these tiny crutches were carved out of a Fizzo case.
Okay, so where does that get us? There must be hundreds of Fizzo cases. Maybe thousands.
Golly, that's right.
Look, we know that most case lots are delivered to drugstores and restaurants, and the cases are picked up again. So we'll check with the people who make Fizzo, whoever they are, get a list of their metropolis dealers, and try to trace down the case that these little crutches were made out of.
Well,
Boy, that's some job.
we can do it, though. And we will do it.
Right, Sergeant. I'll look it up in the phone book right now.
Gee whiz, I hope we're on the right track.
I think we are, Jim. Well, Kent?
Wait a minute. Here it is. Soft drink manufacturers now. A-B-C-D-F-F-F. Here. Here we are. Fizzo Company. 111 West River Street.
Okay. Come on, Kent, Jim. We'll hop out there and get a list of their customers. Then we'll find the guy who's behind all this dirty business.
Fine, Sergeant. Let's go.
Eagerly, Clark Kent and Jimmy Olsen follow Sergeant Healy from police headquarters, unaware that they are en route to the soda bottling factory owned by John and George Mason, the very men who are alone responsible for the recent outrages against the innocent Howard Jones and Bobby Lee. Will Kent realize that he is at the end of the trail? Or will the clever John Mason fool him and the police again? We'll be back in a moment for the startling climax of today's episode. So keep listening.
Ever see a baseball team fall apart? You probably have, so you know that sometimes there seems to be no good reason for it. The shortstop was terrific. The first baseman batted .350. The outfielder had a throwing arm that was best in the league. Yet when they got out on the diamond, when they had to play as a team, they were no good. They looked as if they had 2 left feet and 6 thumbs apiece. How does that happen? Why do they fall apart? Simple. No teamwork. That's right. What good's the shortstop if he can't play with the first baseman? Who cares about the throwing arm of the outfielder if he doesn't click with the catcher? Because, as you know, no one man alone is a baseball team. And no baseball team can win, no matter how good its individual players, if all of them don't work together. Well, gang, a country is pretty much the same as a baseball team. No matter how good our individual citizen may be, if we don't work together, we fall apart. One man alone can't run a railroad. One man alone can't build a city. All of us, of all sizes and shapes, with all talents and skills, of all races and religions, all of us working together are a nation, a smooth-running nation, a nation that clicks as a team and can come out with top score in any competition. You belong to that team, and you must do your part to keep it strong. Just as a baseball team can't win when there's no pulling together, so our nation is weakened when Americans don't play ball with one another. So boys and girls, get together with your teammates of all races, religions, and nationalities and help roll up a score we can all be proud of.
And now, back to the adventures of Superman.
Clark Kent, Jimmy Olsen, and Sergeant Healy are in a police car en route to the Fizzo bottling plant, which, unknown to them, is owned by the bigoted John and George Mason, the men who are responsible for the threat against the 2 Unity House boys. Suddenly, a message crackles over the airwaves and is picked up by the shortwave radio receiver in the police car.
Headquarters calling Sergeant Healy in car 62.
Hey, that's me.
Proceed to the Metropolis Hospital at once to investigate disappearance of Howard Jones and Bobby Lee.
What? Disappeared from the hospital?
Repeat, to Sergeant Healy, car 62.
Get to that hospital, Sergeant, fast.
Hang on. I'm making a U-turn on 2 wheels.
Proceed to Metropolis Hospital at once. Howard Jones and Bobby Lee have disappeared.
Barely holding its forward speed, Sergeant Healy swings the police car around in a screaming U-turn, then steps hard on the gas, heading for the Metropolis Hospital. What has happened to Howard and Bobby now?
Have John and George Mason acted again against the 2 Unity House youngsters?
There's a thrill a minute in tomorrow's action-packed episode, fellows and girls, when we bring you the smashing climax of our story. So be sure to listen. Tune in, same time, same station for The Adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC Comics magazine and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this same time. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
And now, faster than a speeding bullet, Condensed Bat-Supe proudly presents Chapter 8 of The Skin Game, as originally broadcast on April 13th, 1948.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Yes, it's Superman, strange visitor from the planet Krypton, who came to Earth with amazing physical powers far beyond those of mortal men, and who, disguised as Clark Kent, mild-mannered reporter for a great metropolitan newspaper, wages a never-ending battle for truth and justice. Today, Superman, in his guise of Clark Kent, is accompanied by cub reporter Jimmy Olsen as, together, they rush with Sergeant Healy to Metropolis Hospital in response to an urgent directive from police headquarters.
Gee whiz, what's happened here, Doctor?
Where are Howard Jones and Bobby Lee?
I don't know, Mr. Kent.
What? What do you mean you don't know, Doc? They couldn't just dissolve into thin air?
I know, Sergeant, but all I can tell you is that 5 minutes ago, the nurse assigned to them came running into my office and reported that both Jones and Lee were not in their beds, their rooms, or anywhere in the building. It's as if they vanished.
Gang, I'm sure all of us, at least once in a time or another, have played the sucker by making snap judgments. For instance, in sizing up new acquaintances, we take a quick look, maybe say hello and goodbye, and then think we know all about the fellow we just met. Well, it just doesn't work that way. Sad experience will teach you, if you haven't already found out, that you can't rely on snap judgments to tell how much you know about somebody. Suppose I decided I couldn't stand a guy who moved in next door for one of a number of senseless reasons. Then in a couple of weeks, we became real pals. The new neighbor turned out to be a swell guy, and I found out that my first impression of him was all lopsided. Well, see how foolish I would look to myself? Well, that shows that prejudging a man before you really get to know him is senseless. And another word for prejudging is prejudice. Both words mean that you've made up your mind in advance whether you will or will not like a person. So they're both senseless. Even when you make up your mind you don't like a guy because of his tie or because he squints all the time, those are your prejudices. But some people have more dangerous prejudices. They decide in advance that they won't like a fellow because of his race or his religion or the country his grandfather came from. They never really get to know the guy. Does that make sense? Well, certainly not. Because in the end, prejudice makes you lose out. For if you don't give every boy and girl a chance to prove what kind of people they really are, you wind up missing some very fine friendships with some very swell people. It's just as simple as that.
And now, the adventures of Superman. When Superman saved the lives of Howard Jones and Bobby Lee, two members of Jimmy Olsen's Unity House track team who had been warned by intolerant hate-mongers to withdraw from playground competition, he left the boys at Metropolis Hospital. Then, as Clark Kent, he set out to track down whoever sent the fearful warning symbols that threatened the two boys with a lifetime on crutches. Discovering that the miniature crutches which accompanied the warning notes were carved from wooden cases used to ship a soft drink called Fizzo, Kent, accompanied by Jimmy Olsen and Sergeant Healy, were on their way to visit the Fizzo bottling plant when a voice on the police car radio announced,
Howard Jones and Bobby Lee reported missing from Metropolis Hospital. Investigate at once.
As we join them now, Kent, Jimmy, and Sergeant Healy are staring at two empty beds in the room that had been occupied by the missing boys. A white-clad doctor stands with them.
When did you first discover their disappearance, Doctor?
Couldn't have been more than 10 minutes ago, Mr. Kent.
Do you think it's possible for a patient to just walk out of the hospital without being seen by someone?
Why, no.
Gee whiz, then somebody must have taken them out of here.
Now, who would do a thing like that, Jim, and why?
Oh, whoever threatened them, Sergeant, and sent them those little crutches.
Oh, now look,
Great Scott.
What's the matter, Mr. Kent?
Come out into the corridor with me, all of you. Hurry.
What did you bring us out here for, Kent?
I don't see anything special in this corridor.
You will in a minute, Jim. Doctor, do you have the key to this door?
Why, yes, but this is the porter's broom and mop closet.
I know it is. Open it, please.
I can't understand what you expect to find in here.
Well, it better be good, or...
Holy smoke.
Well, I'll be hanged.
Two kids.
Howard, Bobby.
Hiya, Jim.
What happened here?
Now, wait a minute. The questions can wait until we get these boys back into their beds. Come on. There. Are you comfortable now, boys?
Oh, yes,
Sure,
Mr. Kent.
Good. Now tell us what happened.
Well, you tell him, Howie.
Okay. Bobby here was in bed with his broken ankle, and I was sitting in that chair by the window, just kind of resting my bruises. When I looked down toward the street, and I almost fell on my face when I saw it was coming into the hospital.
Who was it, Howie?
Ralph Mason.
No kidding. Oh, that's right, Jim. Howie jumped up and yelled, "Here comes Ralph Mason with a big husky man. And this time they'll get us."
What made you think they'd come to get you?
Well, because it was Ralph who first threatened us and warned us to quit the Unity House team.
That's right, Sergeant. He threatened Coach Thorne and me, too.
I see.
Go on with your story, Howard.
Well, Bobby and I were both pretty scared.
And how?
So I helped him off the bed, and as soon as we got out in the corridor, we saw the elevator coming up. We were sure Ralph and that man were on it.
Then we really got panicky.
I saw that closet door open, so I dragged Bobby into it and then slammed the door shut behind us.
And if you hadn't found us, we'd probably have suffocated in there. Gee whiz, why didn't you open the door after a while?
They couldn't, Jim. They couldn't. There's an automatic snap lock on these closet doors that opens only with a key from the outside.
Oh.
Yeah, we found that out.
Sergeant, look, we've got work to do on a certain clue, remember?
That's right, Kent.
Mr. Kent discovered those little crutches you fellas got as a warning were carved out of cases used
No time for that now, Jim. We'll keep you boys posted. Come on, Sergeant, let's get going.
This is it, Kent. The Fizzo Bottling Company.
Right, Sergeant. Come on, let's get
Holy
up.
smokes. Look at that.
Look at what, Jim?
Look what it says on that sign under Fizzo Bottling Company.
Huh? John and George Mason, proprietors.
Well, I'll be...
Isn't that...
Sure. John Mason is Ralph's father.
Hey.
What a coincidence.
Coincidence, my eye. I told you Ralph Mason knows more about what's happened to Howard and Bobby than...
Rubbish. Come on, Kent. Let's you and I go in and have a talk with Mason. Jim, you stay here.
Oh, now look,
Don't
Sergeant.
argue, Jim. Don't argue. Let's go, Sergeant.
All we want from you, Mr. Mason, is a little cooperation.
Oh, certainly, Sergeant. What can I do for you?
Just give me a list of the customers to whom you deliver Fizzo in case lots.
A list? In case lots? Why, but why? Whatever do you want that for?
Well, you see...
Oh, we were just wondering. By the way, Mr. Mason, I just remembered something I mustn't forget. Do you mind if I use your typewriter to make a note of it?
Why, no. Help yourself.
Thanks.
Well, what do you say, Mr. Mason? You let me have that list?
Well, this is rather irregular.
But it's very important to a case we're working on.
Very well, Sergeant. Under those circumstances, I guess I can't refuse. But I will need a few hours to copy the list you want from our books.
Okay, let me know when you have it, and I'll send over for it. Ready to go, Kent?
Yes. I see you're pretty good at whittling, Mr. Mason. Those little figures on your desk are very interesting. Hobby of yours?
What? Well, no. My brother...
That wood your Fizzo bottle cases are made of makes rather good whittling, I guess.
Well, yes. Yes, I suppose so.
Come on, Kent, let's go.
Okay, Sergeant. See you again, Mr. Mason. Soon, I hope. Yes, Sergeant, I'm pretty much convinced now that John Mason is the man behind the terrorizing of the two Unity House boys.
So am I. I've been saying that
You
all...
keep out of this, young fella.
Okay.
Now, Kent, I think you're way off base. But if you'll give me two good reasons for suspecting Mason, I'll take him in for questioning.
All right. Number one, Ralph Mason, John's son, threatened the two boys, as well as Jim and Coach Thorne.
So what?
Wait a minute. Number 2, we find the little wooden crutches that were sent to Howard and Bobby as a warning symbol were made out of wood from a Fizzo packing case. And that leads us to John Mason.
Okay.
Furthermore, I discover evidence of whittling as a hobby in John Mason's office.
All circumstantial evidence. Nothing that any good lawyer couldn't knock into a cocked hat.
Maybe. But here's something that'll hold up in court.
What's that?
A sample of the typing from Mason's office typewriter, which, unless I miss my guess, will match the typed message attached to the miniature crutches received by Jones and Lee. How about that, Sergeant?
Well, if it does match, you've got something, Kent. And on that evidence, I'd take him in.
Good. Head for your police lab, and we'll have your expert check it right away.
Confident that he will soon have the unsportsmanlike Mason brothers behind bars, Clark Kent accompanies Sergeant Healy to the police laboratory, unaware that at this moment, new and serious trouble is brewing at the Masons' plant. We'll be back in a moment for the suspenseful climax of today's episode. So keep listening.
Johnny has a broken front tooth. Johnny has 2 freckles on his nose. All boys with a broken front tooth have 2 freckles on their noses. Sounds silly, doesn't it, gang? Yet that's how some people reason. How many times have you heard a man say, all the Irish have terrible tempers? Ask him how he came to that conclusion, and 9 chances out of 10 he'll say, well, Johnny has a temper, and Johnny is Irish, so all the Irish have tempers. Or if you ask a fellow why he insists that all Mexicans are troublemakers, he'll say, Manuel is a troublemaker, and Manuel is Mexican, so all Mexicans are troublemakers. That sort of reasoning doesn't make much sense, boys and girls. Not any more sense than saying that all boys with a broken front tooth have 2 freckles on their noses. You see, gang, all people aren't ever anything. Why, with the exception of some scientific facts about the human body, there isn't a single sentence you could say that would apply to all people. It can't be done. You see, characteristics that people have are the result of their own personal makeup and experiences, and have very little to do with their race or religion. Some people of every group have bad tempers or are lazy or mean. On the other hand, some people of every race and religion are among those you would be lucky to have as your friends. Boys and girls, whenever you're tempted to say all instead of some, think twice, and then say to yourself, Johnny has a broken front tooth. Johnny has 2 freckles on his nose. All boys with a broken front tooth have 2 freckles on their noses. Think how silly that sounds. Then think straight.
And now, back to the adventures of Superman. As we continue now, John Mason is telling his brother George about the visit paid to their establishment by Clark Kent and Sergeant Healy.
I tell you, George, things look pretty bad for us.
Rubbish, John. You always were a crepe hanger.
Don't be stupid, George. Why do you think they came here asking for a list of our case lot's customers, huh? Because they traced the wood those blasted little crutches were carved from, that's why.
Do you really think so?
Of course I do. And on top of that, Kent, that newspaper fella, asked me very pointedly if wood carving was my hobby.
Good heavens, what made him ask that?
Because you stupidly left samples of your art all over this office?
Well, how in thunder was I to know they'd come here?
I don't know. But I should have known that Kent fellow was too smart. This is his fault. This trouble we're in.
No, it's that Olson boy's fault, that's who.
Ridiculous.
No, I tell you it is his fault. He started all this trouble with Ralphie after Ralphie asked him to throw the Jones and Lee boys off the Unity House tee.
So what? That only...
I hate him. I hate that little rat.
Don't work yourself up, George.
I should have killed him instead of creasing his skull. That would have put an end to our troubles.
Now, George, listen to me.
No, I'm through listening to you. This time I'm going to finish it.
George, come back here.
I'm going to kill that Olson boy, even if I have to hang for it.
Viciously slamming the door shut in his brother John's pleas, George Mason climbs into his car and with a cold, murderous look in his eye, drives toward the municipal stadium where he hopes to find Jim Olson readying his team for the city championship track meet. What will happen? How will Clark Kent, who is Superman, learn of George Mason's determination to destroy Jim Olson in time to save the young cub reporter's life? There's a thrill a minute in store for you tomorrow, gang, when we bring you the smashing climax of this story and the beginning of a new and exciting adventure. So don't fail to listen. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow, same time, same station, for more of the Adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC Comics magazine and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this same time. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
It's time for a Condensed Bat-Supe extra helping. Because sometimes you just need a little tingle in your spine. This time, we're off to the carnival to check out some new talent with a booking agent who doesn't like taking no for an answer. He may end up with more than he's bargaining for in this episode of Suspense called Flesh Peddler, as originally broadcast on August 4th, 1957.
Suspense. And the producer of radio's outstanding theater of thrills, the master of mystery and adventure, William N. Robeson.
One of the greatest pleasures we find in this business of keeping you in suspense is the discovery of new talent and of unusual story twists. In what you're about to hear, we think we have combined both. The twist? You'll never guess it, no matter how familiar you are with that mystical literary device, the ventriloquist dummy. And the new talent? Two young men, Bob Jorn, whose first radio play this is, and DeForest Kelley, a bright new luminary in the Hollywood firmament. Put them all together, and you have a strange half hour ahead. Listen. Listen, then, as DeForest Kelley stars in Flesh Peddler.
Mr. DeForest Kelley in Flesh Peddler, a tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
I'm an agent, a booking agent. Flesh peddlers, we are sometimes unkindly called. But I don't peddle flesh. I sell talent. Singers, musicians, nightclub acts. And I'm pretty good at it. I've got an instinct for talent. When I find a new act that's really got it, I go after it until it's mine. Only the ventriloquist team of Wilson and Oliver, I wish I'd never heard of them. Then I could sleep better nights. My wife and I were vacationing in the Catskills last summer, and the night before we were due back in New York, a carnival pulled into town. I don't want to sound like a snob, but to me, the carnival is the lowest form of show business. I hate them. But my wife, Gloria, loves them. Since I love Gloria, we went to the carnival.
Pete, isn't it exciting?
It's just cheap noise.
Oh, I wish it had come to town sooner.
I wish it hadn't come till tomorrow.
Oh, come on, Pete. You might even find some new talent.
Here?
Why not?
Freaks are for sideshows, honey, not class spots.
You never can tell. A bearded lady might go great at the Copa.
I can tell.
Folks, right here for the wonder of the Midway. Hey, the one and only Alexander Wilson and his lovable little dummy pal, Oliver. Hey, you've seen ventriloquists before, you say. Hey, but you've never seen anything to equal Wilson, the remarkable Wilson and Oliver. Hey, don't pass us by, friends.
Pete, let's go in.
Oh, ventriloquist, a dime a dozen.
Come on, I want to see him.
Honey, you've seen 100 just like him.
Well, maybe he's 1 in 100.
All right. We pushed through into the small tent and took our places on the hard, uncomfortable benches. Wilson was already seated on the platform, a typical childishly dressed dummy on his lap. He was a man in his 50s, I'd say, with the saddest face I've seen in 15 years of show business. When the people were in, he suddenly sprang the dummy to life.
Shut the doors, shut the doors. All present accounted for, Mr. Wilson.
You're sure, Oliver?
Sure.
Well, then, say hello to the people.
Hello to the people.
Oh, now, come, Oliver. You can do better than that.
I can?
Yes.
Well, you ought to know.
The routine was awful, dull, time-worn. But for some reason, this Wilson fascinated me. He had a talent, all right. His handling of the dummy was amazingly accurate.
The only
As the act went on, I began to think that Wilson was even better than the Barker said he was, and he was going over with the house. Wilson had Oliver sing while he himself smoked a cigarette. After a few more gag routines and a couple of neat tricks, the performance was over, and I knew I had to sign the act. I parked Glory on the merry-go-round and then went looking for Wilson. I walked back of the Midway through the maze of painted trailers that were home to carny people. Suddenly, the door to one of them flew open, and a woman stepped out, a neatly trimmed beard covering her chin.
What do you want?
I'm looking for Alexander Wilson.
Wilson? Why?
I'm a talent agent from New York. I'd like to talk to him.
Agent?
Yes, Peter Harris, and you're...
Bernice. It's on the posters.
Oh, yes, of course, Bernice.
What do you want with Alexander Wilson?
I told you
Who is it, Bernice?
Talent agent. Never mind, go back in.
Agent?
I'm looking for Mr. Wilson.
Well, I'm Arthur. You caught my knife act? You know, I could pin a fly to a penny of 40
Quiet.
feet.
Don't mind him, flesh peddler. Go away. Go home. Agents are no good for us. Leave Wilson alone.
And you know, like I could put out a candle flame with a penknife at 30 feet, Agent Man.
Arthur?
And
go back in.
Maybe he could sell my act.
Go in.
All right. Wilson's in trailer 17, Agent Man. Hey, if you ever need a good
Shut up,
knife...
Arthur. Shut up. Get in there. Forget what he said. Arthur is... Well, he isn't quite bright. You know what I mean?
Yeah. What's so wrong about seeing Wilson?
There are plenty acts like his. You don't need him.
Well, you've got my curiosity going now, Bernice.
I hadn't intended that. But forget your curiosity. And go home. Now.
Why?
Believe me, flesh peddler, you will thank me for this advice someday.
Which is trailer 17? I couldn't see why Bernice was so huffy. It was none of her business anyway. I roamed through the trailers with my cigarette lighter held high, looking for number 17. Finally, I found it. A small aluminum antique set apart from the rest, with a pre-war Chevy attached to it. The trailer was completely dark. Mr. Wilson.
What is it?
I'm Peter Harris. I'd like to talk to you.
What do you want?
Well, I'm an agent, Mr. Wilson. I'd like to see you.
Just a minute. Yes?
I just caught your act, Mr. Wilson. I enjoyed it very much.
Thank you.
I'd like to do business with you.
Do business?
Here's my card. My office places acts on all 4 networks and all the principal nightclubs.
I'm afraid it's out of the question. I never play nightclubs.
But...
Yes, I never play nightclubs, Mr. Harris.
Well, could I come in for a moment, explain my setup? Maybe when you...
No, forgive me for appearing short, but I'm not interested in any offer you have to make.
To begin with, I can get you $200 a week.
Oh, excuse me.
$250?
No, I'm very tired, if you'll pardon me.
Okay, Mr. Wilson, but will you tell me why you want to stay with a 2-bit freak show when you could make a small fortune working with me?
No. No, I'm afraid I can't tell you. Good night.
I suppose I should have forgotten all about it, but I'm not used to the brush off. Like I say, when I see an act I want, I go after it until I get it. And then there was something about Wilson's reluctance that wasn't somehow on the level. As I walked back toward the bright lights and the noise of the Midway, a figure stepped from behind one of the darkened trailers.
So you saw him?
Oh, Bernice. Yes, I saw him.
And are you satisfied?
Not at all.
Just more curious.
Exactly.
Only fools push their noses into other people's business, flesh peddler.
Harris is the name.
And only fools get themselves and other people into trouble.
Trouble? All I wanted was to offer him a nice fat job, $250 a week, and he slammed the door in my face.
Alexander Wilson cannot leave this carnival.
Why?
You don't know, Mr. Harris, and you're not going to know.
Know what?
Stop asking foolish questions. Your curiosity can do a great deal of harm.
Bernice, where does the carnival go from here?
Really, Mr. Harris, you don't expect me to...
Look, I can ask any one of the Barkers or setup men.
Ask them then.
All right, I will.
But remember, flesh peddler, if you follow us to Poughkeepsie,
Poughkeepsie?
Very well, now you know. But if you follow us and try to see Wilson again, you are a fool.
the second act of Flesh Peddler, starring Mr. DeForest Kelley. A tale well calculated to keep you in suspense.
Gloria and I drove back to Manhattan the next morning. And 2 days later, I hopped a Poughkeepsie local out of Grand Central. The more I thought about Wilson, the more of a challenge he became. I wanted him for my list, but more than that, I wanted to find out what was behind Bernice's strange attitude. Now I wish I'd forgotten about the whole thing. In Poughkeepsie, I checked into a hotel, took a cab to the carnival grounds at the edge of town. It was late afternoon as I pulled up in front of the gaudy tents and booths, waiting for the evening crowds. I made my way through the cluttered midway, looking for Wilson's aluminum trailer and hoping I wouldn't run into Bernice.
Yo, agent man. Hey, agent man. Hello.
Hello.
Remember me, Arthur the knife thrower? I can pin a fly to a penny.
Yes, I remember you.
And you've come for me?
What's that?
You come all this way to get me for your agency?
Well, no, I'm afraid not.
Oh. Well, that's all right. I mean, like I've been giving it a lot of thought, and I don't think I could go with you anyway.
I see.
So I couldn't leave Bernice in the carnival. My sister says carny folk should stay with carny folk.
Your sister?
Bernice.
Oh. Arthur, why is Bernice so close-mouthed about Mr. Wilson? She acts as though she's afraid of him.
Well, us carny folks stick together, see? Like, we don't like other people sticking their noses into our business.
Bernice said that?
Yes.
Arthur, where's Mr. Wilson's trailer?
I don't know.
Oh, come now, Arthur.
Bernice says,
I know. Bernice says too much.
I don't know anything, agent man. Well, I have to go practice my knife throwing now. I got to practice every day, you know.
Well, it was clear Bernice had given Arthur his instructions, and no thanks to him, I finally found Wilson's trailer set off from the rest. Mr. Wilson? Mr. Wilson! The door to the trailer was unlocked, and it swung open at my knock. Wilson obviously wasn't there, but I didn't think he'd mind if I went in and waited. The inside of the trailer was dim and musty. I left the door open to let in what little sunlight the day had left and sat in the lone chair in front of the makeup table. I was just about to reach for a cigarette when I had the feeling that I wasn't alone. I turned slowly in the chair, and the back of my neck began to crawl. There on a shabby army cot was Wilson's dummy, propped up against the wall. The steady, unchanging expression of its face with the staring eyes and painted smile grinned back at me. It was weird and uncomfortable to be so close to this lifeless thing, unmoving, wooden, that seemed so real and alive on the platform in the tent. I tried to ignore it, but I couldn't. I looked away, but I could still feel it there, grinning at me in the early evening dimness. When I could stand it no longer, I got up and walked out of the trailer and bumped right into Bernice.
What did I tell you, flesh peddler?
Bernice,
What were you doing in there?
Waiting. For Wilson.
What did I tell you?
Now look, Bernice. I don't like you or anyone else telling me what I can or can't do. I want to see Wilson again. I'm waiting here.
Come with me, please. I must talk to you privately in my trailer. Sit down.
Well, what's on your mind, Bernice?
I didn't really think you'd follow us.
I told you I'm not easily discouraged.
Mr. Harris, I must warn you again to leave now without seeing Wilson.
I don't think you understand me. I'm used to getting what I go after.
Mr. Harris.
I intend to see Wilson to try to talk him into signing a contract. And you've said so far, all that you've said is go away. Can you give me a good reason for not seeing him? Okay, then why did you insist on dragging me in here?
Mr. Harris, can you assure me your interest in Wilson does not go beyond signing him as a client?
What do you mean?
Your interest in Wilson wouldn't by chance be in his past, his private life, and not in his professional talent.
I never heard of him until I caught his act 3 days ago.
Mr. Harris, I'd hoped I wouldn't have to tell you this. I didn't realize you were so stubborn, but...
Yes?
Well, Alexander Wilson lost his mind many years ago. That doesn't disturb you.
It might, if I believed you, Bernice.
What?
I don't think Wilson's nuts. Apparently something's bothering him. Something big, maybe, but it's not insanity.
I suppose you know Wilson better than I do.
I didn't say that. But a man in my business meets every kind of person there is. The cheats, the phonies, the right guys, the bums.
So?
So you develop an instinct about people. And my instinct tells me Wilson is not insane. You'll have to try something better to scare me off.
Mr. Harris, Wilson thinks he's a murderer.
You are trying to scare me, aren't you?
If that's necessary to protect you and us, yes.
You think he might murder me, too?
I don't mean that. Actually, he never murdered anyone.
Look, Bernice, you don't make sense.
Don't you understand?
No.
I said Alexander Wilson thinks he is a murderer. He thinks he murdered a woman a long time ago. He's lived with this thought for years, nourished it, until he really believes it. It's driven him out of his mind.
Bernice, do you expect me to believe a cockamamie story like that?
It's the truth. So don't you see? The only place for him is here, in the carnival, with his own kind. We understand
Well,
him.
hasn't anyone tried to help him, to make him realize
He is beyond that now. But with us, he's all right. Outsiders disturb him.
You haven't scared me off, Bernice.
You've got to stay away from him.
Why? If anything you've told me is true, it's only half the truth.
It's enough for you to know.
From you, maybe. Perhaps Wilson will tell me the rest.
I've warned you. I will not warn you again.
Paul, Bernice. Oh, hello again, Agent Man.
Hi, Arthur. How's your throwing arm?
Well,
Come in, Arthur. Mr. Harris is just leaving.
Yes. So long, Bernice.
Goodbye, Mr. Harris.
When the trailer door closed behind me, I guess Bernice would start talking her fury out on Arthur. So I moved around to the small window in the back of the trailer to see if I could learn anything more.
I don't care. I don't even want you to say hello to him. Nothing. Understand?
Well, you know, just saying hello don't hurt, does it, Bernice?
I don't want you to open your mouth in front of that man, even to yawn. I had to lie to him to get him away from here. And I don't want you saying anything to bring him back.
All right, Bernice.
Just pray he goes back to his flesh peddling in New York on that first train.
Just as I thought, Bernice had lied to me. I was determined to get to the bottom of this double talk about Wilson more than ever. This had become more important to me than signing him to the usual 7-year management contract. When I got back to Wilson's trailer, there was a light inside.
Who's there?
It's Peter Harris again.
Who?
Peter Harris. I spoke to you a few days ago and...
What do you want?
I want to talk to you, Mr. Wilson.
Go away.
But I've come all the way from New York.
I must ask you to leave at once.
Look, Mr. Wilson, I'm not a detective. All I wanted when I first met you was to book you into the big time. But now there's something more. I think you need help. You need help badly.
No, you're mistaken.
Can I come in and talk to you?
Oh, good heavens, no.
Well, how about having a drink with me before the show? You look like you could use one.
Please, leave me alone.
Wilson, don't you see what these people are doing to you? For some reason, you're a haunted man, and this carnival is the worst place in the world for...
Leave me now. Leave me, please. These people are all the help I need. Leave me alone.
I'll be at the hotel overnight. If you change your mind, Wilson, call me. No, I was mad. If he wanted to rot there, go on with the carnival until it wasted away, it was no business of mine. I had a few drinks in my room at the hotel, phoned Gloria that I'd be home the next day, went to bed. Yes?
Mr. Harris?
Wilson.
Can you meet me right away?
Right away? What time is it?
Well, I don't know. It's after midnight. It's 1:30.
Well,
Please. I must talk to you. Can you meet me?
Sure. Okay, where are you calling from?
An all-night drugstore.
Well, where is it?
Wait.
Okay.
And please, hurry.
It took me longer to wake the cab driver in front of the hotel than it did to get to the carnival grounds. I told the cab to wait and made my way through the darkened tents and trailers to number 17.
Come in.
What's the matter?
Mr. Harris, I've changed my mind. I want to leave with you tonight.
Tonight? Well, what's the...
Mr. Harris, you're the first person outside of the carnival I've talked to in more than 2 years. You're the first person I've had the courage to approach.
Go on.
I trust you, Mr. Harris. I can't see why, but I know you'll believe me and help me. I can't live like this anymore.
Sure. Now, just take it easy.
No. Listen to me. 2 years ago, I killed a woman. A beautiful woman. I loved her more than I've ever loved anything or anyone in my life. When I tried to tell her how much I loved her, she laughed at me. I couldn't stand that laugh.
I understand, Wilson. But that isn't exactly justification
You see,
for
she
murder.
and her son, she was divorced, were working in this very carnival when I first saw her, back in my hometown in Illinois.
Yes.
I fell in love. Oh, you can call me a rube, anything, but I was in love. I quit my job and followed the carnival for months. That's how much I loved her. And she laughed at me. So I shot her one night. And then I wanted to die, too. And when I saw her lying there at my feet, I wanted them to hang me, but they laughed at me.
They laughed at
you? The law, the police, they didn't believe I'd done anything. They wouldn't let me give myself up.
Where did you get this crazy idea, Wilson?
It isn't a crazy idea. It's the truth.
Look, lots of people get lots of funny ideas. They think about something they want to do, and they think about it so much that they really believe they've done it.
It was real from the beginning. I killed her. I did. But there was no evidence against me.
Listen, Wilson, you're not making sense.
You listen. He destroyed every bit of evidence so he could punish me himself. The police couldn't arrest or even suspect me.
Who destroyed what evidence, Wilson?
Her son, Oliver.
Oliver?
Yes, Mr. Harris. He's referring to me.
A trick? No. Wilson was too upset to be tricking me. I wheeled at the sound of his voice, and there in the doorway stood Wilson's dummy, Oliver, a small but capable pistol in his hand.
You are just as curious as Bernice said you were, Mr. Harris.
Oliver.
Bernice told me a lot about you. You had to know. And now you do.
No, you're not...
You shocked to learn I'm a midget. I must admit you gave me quite a start when you made yourself at home in the trailer this afternoon.
But that was...
That was me, Mr. Harris. Fortunately, I was already made up for the evening performance.
Mr. Harris hasn't done anything, Oliver. Let him go.
That depends on you. You see, Mr. Harris, Wilson is no ventriloquist. I guess that's obvious now.
It is.
Wilson murdered my mother, and I protected him from the police.
But why?
Why? So the law couldn't punish him. What satisfaction would there have been for me if they'd just hanged him? He'd been dead in an instant. Is that enough punishment for a man who has murdered your mother? No. He deserved more. And I've given it to him. I've punished Alexander Wilson for years.
That's right, Mr. Harris. He's held this over my head ever since. Sitting on my lap at every performance, reminding me night and day. Well, I've had as much as I can stand. So go ahead, Oliver. Shoot! Shoot!
Oliver, be sensible. If you pull that trigger, they'll hear it.
They? Bernice and Arthur and everyone else? Bernice already knows, and now I don't care if the others do, too.
For heaven's sake, shoot me. Get it over with. Shoot me, you monster! Shoot me!
With horror frozen on his face, Wilson slid to the floor, dead. Then Oliver turned on me, the pupils of his eyes tiny with madness and his frail little body trembling.
I'm afraid this is one act you can't book, Mr. Harris.
Oliver.
You wanted to know everything.
Oliver, now wait.
I'm really sorry for your sake. He asked me to let you go, but under the circumstances.
No.
I'm sorry, Mr. Harris.
It flashed by my head and landed quivering in Oliver's chest, a long, gleaming knife blade. And there was Arthur in the doorway of the trailer with Bernice, his face like stone, watching Oliver crumple the little distance to the floor. Slowly the faces of the others appeared in the doorway, silent. The terror I was holding back was a physical pain. I walked to the door and stood looking down at the little body lying awkwardly like a dummy now. A lifeless thing, unmoving, staring, even with the traces of a painted smile grinning up at me.
This couldn't have gone on any longer, I suppose. The police will come now, and at last there'll be an end to it. Go home, flesh peddler, and forget all about us.
I went home, but I haven't forgotten, and I'm afraid I never will.
Suspense, in which DeForest Kelley starred in William N. Robeson's production of Flesh Peddler, written by Robert Jurin.
Well, that'll wrap up this episode of Condensed Bat-Supe. Thanks for listening. Be sure to tell your friends to subscribe to Bat-Supe on their favorite podcatcher. We can also be found on YouTube and Facebook. We'll see you next time for another exciting edition of Condensed Bat-Supe as we bring you the conclusion of The Skin Game and another fine extra helping. Until then, up, and
away! Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Charles C. Shaw speaking. KTSA is honored this evening by the presence in our studios of two great men, the Honorable H.G. Wells, world-famous British historian, author, and student of world affairs, and Mr. Orson Welles, the genius of stage, screen, and radio. This is the first time that Mr. H.G. Wells and Mr. Orson Welles have appeared together. In fact, they met for the first time only yesterday here in San Antonio. But this is not the first time that their names have been linked. 2 years ago, Mr. Orson Welles adapted Mr. H.G. Wells' book, War of the Worlds, for radio purposes. And you know the rest. Revising the story somewhat, Mr. Orson Welles depicted an invasion of the United States by men from Mars. Although he explained it numerous times during the program that it was fictitious, the country at large was frightened almost out of its wits. Men called radio stations offering to enlist against the Martians. Others were panic-stricken. The realism of the production, frightening though it was a tribute to Mr. Orson Welles' genius. And thus the name of Welles, H-G-W-E-L-L-S, and Orson, W-E-L-L-E-S, became linked. Mr. H.G. Wells, in the opinion of many, is the world's most famous man of letters. He has come to San Antonio to address the United States Brewers Association, and Mr. Orson Welles is here for a town hall forum address Wednesday. In this meeting of great minds, I feel rather inconspicuous, and the less I have to say, the better you listeners will like it. But first, could I interest you gentlemen in a discussion of Mr. Orson Welles' broadcast of Mr. H.G. Wells' book, The War of the Worlds.
Are you turning the meeting over to us, sir?
I am, for the moment.
He's turning it over to us. Well, I've had a series of the most delightful experiences since I came to America. But the best thing that has happened so far is meeting my little namesake here, Orson. I find him the most delightful carrier. He carries my name and an extra E that I hope he'll drop sooner or later. See no sense in it. And I've known his work before he made this sensational Halloween spree. Are you sure there was such a panic in America, or wasn't it your Halloween fun?
I think that's the nicest thing that a man from England could possibly say about the men from Mars. Because Mr. Hitler made a good deal of sport of it, you know, and actually spoke of it in the great Munich speech, you know. And there were floats in Nazi parades.
He hadn't much else to say.
That's right. There hadn't much else to say. And it's supposed to show the corrupt condition and decadent state of affairs in democracies that the War of the Worlds went over as well as it did. I think it's very nice of Mr. Wells to say that not only I didn't mean it, but the American people didn't mean it.
That was our impression in England. We had articles about it, and people said Have you never heard of Halloween in America when everybody pretends to see ghosts? Yes. Now, before we get away from this microphone, tell me about this film of yours that you've been producing. You're a producer, aren't you? You're
That's right.
art director, you're everything.
Well, Mr. Wells,
What's the film called?
it's called Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane, yes. Not C-A-I-N.
No, K-A-N-E, and this is, of course, the kindest and most gracious possible thing to do. Mr. Wells is making it possible for me to do what in America is spoken of as a plug. And he understands.
Do they
Fine old American
I don't
custom.
understand these words. Yes.
You understand the value, however. Mr. Wells wants me to tell you that I have made a motion picture, and he's kind enough to ask me a leading question concerning it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Very kind, sir. It's a new sort of motion picture with a new method of presentation and a few new technical experiments, a few new methods of telling a picture, not only from the point of view of writing, but of showing it.
If I don't misunderstand you completely, I think there'll be a lot of jolly good new noises in it. What do you think?
I hope so. I think a few jolly good new noises are what the motion pictures could well afford these days. I hope you're right, and I hope there are some jolly good new noises. I can think of nothing more desirable in motion picture. I'm all for some jolly good new noises.
Wasn't it you, Mr. Orson Welles, that presented for the first time in modern times plays without scenery and settings in your
That's
Julius
right,
Caesar?
yes. And they were not...
Well, now,
there's no such
yes.
thing as a play without settings, because there's got to be
No.
something behind an actor, and you've got to look at something.
Very simple settings. I had an extraordinary experience once. I saw Ellen Terry's son. What was his name?
Ellen Terry's son.
Yes,
You mean,
his production of Hamlet.
You mean Gielgud?
No.
Gielgud is a relation of the Terrys.
No. Never mind his name for the moment, but I saw Hamlet produced in Russian in Moscow.
Oh, the Stanislavski production. With This I know nothing about.
I'm sorry.
Awfully sorry.
Yes. And that was done with screens and nothing else. It was done in Russian. I know my Hamlet pretty well, and all the time I thought I was listening to the English play. Do you understand
Wonderful,
that?
yes.
Yes. That was a great show.
Mr. H.G. Wells, I understand you've written a new book.
Yes, I've
Very great book.
put a lot of... Orson's a good fellow.
Sensible, too. Discerning, yes. No, that's true.
Yes, I've tried to do the mental attitude of two very clever young people, two university students, towards the world, how the world looks to them and what problems they have to face. It's a book for the young, about the young.
And it's a very young book.
It's very, thank you.
And what is the name of your book?
I think for a man that I've only met in 2 days, Orson's a very loyal cousin of mine.
What is the name of the book, Mr. Wells? Babes in the Darkling?
Babes in the Darkling Wood. Not Babes in the Wood, but Babes in the Darkling Wood.
Is
Because
it
it's
realistic or any fantasy in it?
Oh, no, it's quite realistic. They just talk away at their troubles.
Most of
problems.
Mr. Wells's novels are realistic, but it's a misconception. It's assumed that a man who could say that the air arm of a country is the most important thing about a country in the future, that such a madman must certainly write nothing but fantasy.
Well, gentlemen, it's with great reluctance that I have to say our time's up. This has been one of the real pleasures of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to Mr. H.G. Wells, the famous British historian and author, and Mr. Orson Welles, the theatrical genius, who met for the first time in San Antonio yesterday and have honored us with their presence tonight. To you, Mr. H.G. Wells, and to you, Mr. Orson Welles, my heartfelt thanks for your kindness.